Bonus, Part 5. So I deleted the video that I was doing for that because, as usual, people don't seem to care or see those damn lights. So I'm going to keep this video as short as possible, and I apologize to you all right now. Now, one thing you got to understand, alright? Racism can be combated if we choose to combat it. But most people always tend to turn the blind eye. Which is why in the other video when I went off topic and started talking about Trump and racism, a lot of people don't want to hear that shit. And I get it. You know, this place is not a Trump-friendly station. And if you like Trump and you support Trump, hey, I don't hate you. But I'm going to say this like I said in the other video. Which, by the way, my next video will be about people of color who voted for Trump. So, if you don't like me, you're not going to like the next video. One, I can't tell you who to vote for. That's not my job. Two, I can't tell you who to like. But I can tell you to look at it from the victim's point of view. You know, especially when he was going around with Kung Flu and the Chinese virus and shit like that. And again, like I said, I will use this as my reminder video to make the video on that. This bonus video is about this lady and about me being came at on Instagram and stuff. Now let me break it down for you. This is not the first time that this shit has happened to me. For people to come at me for some shit that I have put a comment on Instagram or TikTok. So when these keyboard warriors and people who just don't seem to get it, or in my case, I guess because they see me in that Scarlet Spider mask, they don't assume that I'm a person of color when I say what I say. Alright, they also clearly haven't watched my videos because I don't always have this mask on. Although I probably look prettier with the mask on. They don't always comment on my videos about that stuff. But when it comes to something racist, they will come at me with fucking spikes out of their back like venom. They're like, yeah, we got this bastard now. We're gonna come and get him. We're gonna hunt him down. But these are a bunch of keyboard warriors. And some people are just misunderstood. Now, let me break it for you. I did another thing on another racist thing where a black guy was attacking an old Chinese man. And there were 25 other black people around watching this old man cry. This is before the big herd of black on Asian attacks, where they are all recording this shit. And I said to myself, this is one of the times where I'm ashamed to be black. This is one of the times where I hate having one drop of black blood in me because none of them could stand up to this guy while he's swinging a stick at an old Asian man who's collecting cans to help support his family. A year and some change down the road, a black man shoved an Asian man in his yard, killing him because he was old and couldn't defend himself. And I was mad. And so yeah, I made a video comment about that. Now, as a person of mixed ethnicity, I can come after every member of every fucking race because of the fact that I am every fucking race. And if you don't like that, that's fine. I get it. You have that right. But when you sit here and you pick one guy out of like everybody else in the whole comment section, they picked me. They didn't pick anybody else. They picked me. And again, first thing they did was call me a jackass. So, you know, that's how we got here. And, you know, like I said, I did apologize for calling him a racist and a keyboard warrior. I apologized. I don't know if he's a keyboard warrior because, you know, I get so many of these people coming at me that are keyboard warriors, you know, and even on YouTube, on my old channel, when a kid came at me and said I was gay, you know, and I was like, yo, I'm not gay, dude. You should probably not call somebody gay without knowing who the hell they are because somebody could fuck your shit up. And then kind of find out that it wasn't the kid, and he wrote me an apology and said that it was his dad that got on his YouTube and started calling me gay. And so me, being the bigger man, I apologized to the kid. And I said, you should probably teach your dad how to be a human, you know. And I never heard anything else from the kid, and I never had anything else to reply. But see, when you're coming at people because you don't like their difference of opinion, you should probably come in politely. Hi, sir. I think we should talk about your opinion. No. I was told I was a jackass. So, my dumb ass, and I own this, I came back at him. You're a keyboard warrior and a racist. I don't know which one's worse. It's probably worse to be a racist versus a keyboard warrior, because there are a fuck ton of keyboard warriors. It's probably an equal amount of racists, but like I said, I did apologize for both of those comments. And then the people who run the channel, they actually blocked him, and they thanked me for trying to keep it positive. So thank you guys for letting me at least voice my opinion. And the thing about that is, though, I don't honestly think that the guy, he might not be a racist. He might just not have clarity on what he was watching. And that does happen. I'm guilty of that my damn self, because sometimes I see shit, and if you don't see the beginning of the video, you're all on the side of everybody else in the video. I've started being more observant of myself before I started making comments and stuff, because as most things, motherfuckers that are recording this never catch the beginning. We only catch a middle and then the rest of it. Shit might have been happening at a different location 2 hours before this shit even got off, before it got to where somebody who had a goddamn video camera could go and do the shit. The other day, I watched a lady get attacked at Walmart or something, and she was black, and supposedly she was stealing. And then she attacked the black lady because the black lady was recording her from the beginning until the white lady decided to attack the black lady. Now that, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but one of the comments said, well, if you'd have been minding your business, that shit wouldn't have happened. Which, I'm not going to knock that person, because they are 1,000% true. Had that black lady not been fucking filming the white lady, she might not have got slapped, and she might not have got the phone knocked out of her. That was Walmart's business. But, sometimes people overreach. I'm not knocking the black lady for overreaching. It's just that, sometimes you really should know your place. If you got a GoPro hooked up and you're walking around everywhere, you are totally okay to do that. But if you're going to film people, we totally have the right to know that you're filming us, because maybe we don't want to be filmed. Maybe we're secret agents. Maybe we're criminals. Maybe we're cops. Maybe we don't want you to be filmed, because when anything goes online, whether it goes virtual or not, it's online, and someone's going to see it. They're going to see us at our best. They're going to see us at our worst, and we need to be prepared for that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be prepared for that shit. And most people are not. And most people aren't all that kind about it. As for the lady who got smacked at Walmart. Now, as far as the lady attacking the child, no, that's unacceptable. As for the guy coming at me, I'm not going to say that's unacceptable. I'm just going to say that we had a conflict of interest there, because he probably just seen that Spider-Man suit and just assumed that I was some white guy or some guy who's not of color. But I came at him because he came at me, which I'm wrong for, but he's wrong for, because I'm the only person in the entire comment section that he came after. And you can't come after somebody without going after more than one person and seeing what happens. No, you just come after the one guy. And this happens to me a lot because I'm short, which I also pointed out in my response to him. I was like, one, I'm 5'3", and nobody's taller than the last man standing, which is why I called him a keyboard warrior, because he really dug into me on this comment. And I was like, you don't know me, buddy. And the whole time I'm trying to type nicely, I'm getting madder and madder, because I go back to read what he says. I'm still typing what I'm feeling instead of thinking before I type. And I'm like, this keyboard warrior must really want to fucking get fucked up, because he clearly doesn't follow me. He doesn't know that I make anti-racist videos. He doesn't know that I do kung fu. He just picked one guy in a cosplay costume and decided, I'm going to fuck with this guy. And that's how we got here. That's how we got 5 other videos outside of this one, because this technically would be like number 6, because there's 2 number 4s, there's 2 number 3s. I think there may be 1 or 2 number 1s. But you get the gist. And this is your bonus, so this is technically number 5. By title, it would be number 5. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, as I'm reading this shit, I'm getting madder and madder, because 9 times out of 10, if I go live on Instagram, it's generally a kung fu video, or me getting some stress off, or me getting some steam. If I go live on TikTok, it's generally a kung fu video. And that's mostly because I don't know what to do with myself on TikTok. I don't know how to present myself. And when I do Instagram or anything live, as an actor, I'm going to do what I do, which is mostly martial arts. And I'm going to hope that you enjoy it. And for Instagram and TikTok, it's free. I'm the only one that's really suffering because I don't have a paycheck out of it. But I want my acting career to go so that I can get a paycheck, versus being like everyone else and I want you to be my Patreon, blah blah blah. No, I don't want you to do that. I want someone like Pepsi or Degree or Old Spice, someone who has big bucks that can actually pay me to represent and sell their shit versus having some guy like me who's poor spending his last $5 to watch me on video. No, fuck that. That's not an option because I'm poor. And I made a promise to y'all. I intend on keeping it. And I intend on keeping it to everyone on YouTube and everyone in Instagram and everyone in TikTok because of an incident that happened to me at GalaxyCon 2 years ago on GalaxyCon, where I met my beautiful, loving crush, ZZ, because I am deadly in love with Zeta Zhang and I don't care who knows it. Anyway, when I met her, she was with me and she was fairly fucking reasonable. But the bigger celebrity wanted to charge me $60 for a fucking selfie or $60 for an autographed picture. Whereas ZZ like, yo, $10, man. I'm not gonna break your bank, no. And that's what celebrities should be like. That's what I'm like. Whenever I film stuff and people ask questions, I tell them, when I finish shooting, I will answer every question did you have. Yeah, if you want to see a move or a demonstration, I will put that time in for them. Because as a actor, if you don't have fans, your ass doesn't work. Alright? I don't have fans. I.e., I'm not working. So I'm going to put that time in so that I earn your fandom. Understand? And then, like, if I make it, when I make it and I'm like an attraction like the cons and shit, I'm like, no. You are not paying $60 to take a picture with me when you paid $80 fucking dollars to get into this building. You have to eat. You have to pay for your hotel. There's a lot more that goes to it that a lot of people don't get. I'm the celebrity. Without you, I have nothing. So I have to make sure that I cater to you because you catered to me so that I can be where I am. Anyway, the big celebrity wanted me to pay $60 for a selfie. $60 was all I had in my pocket, and I was there for another day. So I had to budget. I had to make a sacrifice. Do I want this picture with this big guy, or do I want to eat? I mean, the hotel room was already paid for. The ticket for the 2 days was already paid for. And this is like the first time I went and I didn't dress up. And this is like the first big one I went to because we used to have one here in Virginia, in Charlottesville, rather, all the time. But they had an inside job, some shit got stolen, and GamerCon went to hell, and they haven't done it anymore. Which fucking sucks. I miss GamerCon. But when GalaxyCon came, I haven't missed a GalaxyCon. No, not since I met ZZ. I haven't missed a GalaxyCon except for like last year. Well, this year actually, because they just didn't have it because of COVID. But I got my suit, my brand new Scarlet Spider suit is in the works because it's right there. The actual suit's there. I wore the stunt suit the last time so that nothing would happen. And I made a film in the stunt suit. And freaking the new Miguel O'Hara suit was for this year's GalaxyCon, and that didn't happen. I've saved up money and everything for the hotel and to be able to go in there, so I'm still saving up money for the next go around. So when it happens, I'll be straight to go. And then you have to eat, and you want to see everything, and you can't do it all in one day. But when you go to these things and you have to pay $100 or better, not counting hotel fee, just to, like, if you're going in for 3 days and if it starts Friday at like 2 p.m. and you're there at 1:30 and you've paid your $100 plus parking plus hotel plus you have a family of 3, that's a lot of money. So when I make it, you'd be lucky if I charge you like $2 for a fucking picture. And I don't intend to get so famous that I forget where I came from. Okay? Now, the thing about people coming at me, because I know I totally went off track, right? Now, the thing about people coming at me, they've come at me for this same fucking shit. But like I said, alright, when Miss Rainbird went crazy, I wasn't Cherokee that day. And though Miss Rainbird was not a Cherokee, she was still a Native American and she went crazy. When black people went crazy, I wasn't black that day. I can do that because I'm multicultural. I can never be white. So when black people and white people fuck up, I can be Native American. But when black people and Native Americans fuck up, I can't be white. I kind of got to roll with the punches on that. But this guy came at me raw, and I came right back at him. But like I said, he's not the only one that has done that. I would scan down these comments on Instagram and TikTok, and I would have so much fucking hate. It's like, this, and that, this, and that. And I'm like, okay, well, 1, you don't know me. 2, if you've actually watched my videos, coming to my house to pick a fight would be a really bad fucking idea for you. First, you've traveled across country to start a fight with a martial artist and a vet of the United States military. Where in the fuck does that sound like a good idea on any given day, especially if you're not a vet or a martial artist? And even if you're a vet or a martial artist, it still doesn't sound like a good idea for you to travel all the way across the country to pick a fight with somebody because you didn't like their opinion. Now, whenever someone has clapped at me, there have been times where I wanted to clap and didn't clap, and I probably should have clapped. Today was one of those days where I probably shouldn't have clapped, but I did, and it wasn't like a big clap. It was a tiny back and forth. It was more like banter than anything else, and I'm sorry that he got blocked. But he didn't go after anybody else in the whole opinion part of the fucking damn Instagram. He just came after me. And the long story short is that this has happened to me a lot in life. One time on my job, my cousin and my sister's baby daddy, they left me out to dry. They pretty much threw me under the bus. I love them both still, but they could have called me and warned me. Nah, they ain't do none of that shit. They just left my ass out there to dry. And one of the managers came at me crossway. And because I'm a small man, I don't deal well with threats. No, I do not have Napoleon syndrome. I'm going to kick your ass and we'll see what happens after that. That's the syndrome I have. Just because I'm smaller than you doesn't mean I can't beat you. But because I was the smaller guy of the 3 black guys in the back, this guy decided, I'm going to go fuck with him. This is all coming back around, trust me, don't worry. And the reason why he decided to come after me, because I was the smallest black guy in the back, he had no idea who he was fucking with. Alright? And that was like the whole thing. This guy for the Instagram didn't know who he was fucking with. And I don't give a damn, because I'm a fighter. There's nunchucks over there. There's commas over there. You can see them. I can't reach them. I overreached. But I can do a lot of damage with some wooden commas. I can do a lot of damage with this thing right here. It just depends on the day. But I never threatened anybody. I've never gotten on Instagram and threatened anybody. I just let them know, I'm not the guy you want to fuck with. I mean, if you watch any of my clips on Instagram, you see me doing martial arts. You see me explaining how 1,000 things can go wrong before one thing goes right. You see me talking to other martial artists. You see me teaching martial arts. You see me telling people the truth about martial arts. And you want to pick a fight. Because I don't think that the woman was in the right for calling the child the N-word. And he obviously didn't catch on what was going on. So I can't really call him a racist, but I did. I can call him a keyboard warrior. I probably shouldn't have. But I own my mistakes. When I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. It's not a big fucking deal. The more people would admit to being wrong and take accountability for their faults, we wouldn't have these problems in the world. But when it comes down to racism, I always respond to a racist clip. And sometimes it's not good. He's not the only person, though. There was a woman who came after me because I was not favoring the black part of what was going wrong. And though the black woman did start it, another black woman came after me. And we had a back and forth for quite some time until she rewatched the video. And then she came at me with an apology. And fourth, I came back with her with an apology. And I told her, I was like, you really didn't look at this whole clip, right? And she was like, no, I really didn't. I said, exactly. I said, but you jumped down my case before you watched the whole clip. Because I commented first before she commented. And then she commented at me. And so I went right back at her. And I was like, it's a back and forth that wasn't really worth it. Because I was like, clearly you ain't seen the same video. You may have seen the same video, but you didn't see it from where I stood. Which also could mean anything. And the thing about that is because I am mixed. Alright? Understand that shit. That shit's not bullshit. I'm not just passing as mixed. When you are a mixed person, you will understand shit differently than a person who is not mixed. Because 9 times out of 10, a mixed person has experienced that shit. We've been there. We've done that. We've suffered because of it. And a lot of people just don't get it because they just don't get it. If you don't get it, I get that you don't get it. But at that same time, you need to get that I do get it. Because I've been there. I've been the victim of that shit. It's not fun when people call you a name that is not yours. It's not fun when someone says, "Hey, chief," or "Hey, half breed." That's just not fun when you're on the receiving end of that shit. It's really not. And I have to say that the TikTok lady was in the wrong, and the mother of that child. If I would have been a cop and I came in, I'd have pulled her off of her, asked what the hell was the problem is. When I found out that she was attacking her daughter, who was a colored person, I would have straight said, "Okay, here's how this is gonna work. I'm not gonna lock the mother up, but this racist granny, click click, you're going to jail, buddy." It's like, why? I didn't do anything. Two things. One, you started a fight and you threatened to attack a child. So that being said, you were in the wrong right there. Two, you're lucky I got here in time before this mother killed you, because mama bear syndrome is a thing in all women. If you are a woman and you have a child, you will be surprised at the lengths you will go to protect that child. And if you are a father, same concept apply. But a lot of people don't get that shit. They don't care. They don't know. We should know. We should learn. I hope that I didn't go too far with this video, and if I did, let me apologize now. Because I said some things at the beginning that's going to offend people. I'm saying some things at the end that's going to offend people. And I need to go to work, so I'm going to need to end this video so I can go back to my job and vacuum the damn job, and then I can come home. But we got to understand that if you are going to comment on somebody's shit, then you need to make sure that you know who you're attacking in your comments. Now, I didn't know the guy. I don't know if he was a racist. I probably shouldn't have called him a racist. I don't know if he's a keyboard warrior. I probably shouldn't have called him a keyboard warrior. But the people who ran the channel decided to block who they were going to block, which wasn't me. And I thank them for that. But the problem is, the world is a racist melting pot. And every time you turn around, whether it be on the internet news or the actual news, something racist has happened. Someone has gotten hurt. And we have to deal with that shit. And until we learn how to deal with that shit, we are forever screwed. That being said, love, peace, and hair grease. Please take care of each other. I will make another video when I get home. Thanks for watching. Because somebody can't see my goddamn lights!